Hello and welcome to this new video in the SQL section. In last video we saw how to filter data through various scenarios. In this video we continue further and cover a special part in the filters. So let me add a new query window and make sure that there is another way how you can make your database current. You click anywhere inside your target database and when you hit new query, eventually you will open up or connect to that database itself. So for example, I keep the cursor here and say new query window. So you see the target database is nothing but the adventure works. Fine. So let's move on. I say select star from dim product. All right. And we have seen many filters in the earlier video. So to filter, I say where. Let's say I want to filter something on English product name column. So I take that column and whatever I want, I know since it's a text column, as you can see here, I will insert the value in single quotes. However, we have seen how to filter text, one or single criteria and many things. In this video, we want to learn filtering on basis of pattern. We also call them as usage of wildcards or characters. So in this section, we are going to cover few things like we are going to see an operator called like. We need a couple of wildcards like for example percentage and underscore. So let me comment this multi-line comment. So what does percentage denote? Percentage denotes any number of unknown characters. Unknown characters. And any number, when I say it means 0 to any number. Now one underscore means one unknown character. Okay, now don't worry, this is the first time that you're watching them. Let me show you some examples. For example, if you want to filter out red color products, how did we did earlier, where color is equal to red. So that is a very specific criteria. We call it as an exact match because you're using an equal to. But here I'm talking about not exact match. I'm talking about a pattern. So let me tell you what is a pattern. Let's say I tell you, give me all the product names which begins with A. Now here you cannot just write this way. This means exact match. If you run this query, you will not get any output. Why? Because it is trying to search for all those English product names where the value is only A. But this is not what we wanted. We wanted which begins with A. So in this case, you will not use the like operator, the equal operator. You will use instead an operator called as like. But still you will not get, because you have to use the wildcards or characters, any one of these, percentage or underscore. So let me use percentage over here. Now as soon as I run this, I will get some output. And this is what we wanted to know. Firstly, you see there are 5 rows. And you can see all of them in the English product name highlighted are beginning with A. So this is an example of begins with. But to do this, you have to do two things. The operator like, and you have to use the percentage. Now where you place the percentage sign, that is also important. So what does this tell you? Like means, okay, like that pattern. And the pattern that you have to specify is in single quotes and write the character A. Now what does it mean is the first character should be A. And the percentage later on denotes that there can be any number of characters from 0 to unknown. 0 to any number of characters, and those characters can be any character like text, number, special character, space, anything. So this is it. For example, if you want to refine your search now, as you see, you have adjustable race, AWC logo and all-purpose bike stand. Let's say you wanted only names beginning with AW. So all you will do is just say AW. Now this means that start with the first character should be A, the second should be W, and thereafter it doesn't matter. So I'll select this and run. Now I see I'm getting only 3 rows. So I hope this helps you to understand. You can also use this on a numeric column. That's fine. So for example, just to show you, you wanted all those product keys which begin with, let's say, 4. So how will you write that? You will say this way. There you go. So all the product keys which are beginning with 4. It works on numeric columns also. Now the opposite. Let us say you wanted all the names which end with a particular character. So all you do is reverse your syntax. You say percentage first, and then let's say I wanted all the characters which end with E. So this is how you will write. And if you see carefully, there are 50 rows and each one of them ends with E. For example, I want to take, let's say, ends with CE. So now this will refine the search and you will obviously get less number of rows, 5. All of them are ending with CE. So again, the same thing. Percentage denotes any number of characters in the beginning, but the second last should be the C character and the last character should be E. This is how you will do pattern based or wildcard filters. And the final thing in this. So this can be called as begins with. This can be called as ends with. And final is contains. Now let's say you wanted all those product names which has the letter A, and that letter A can be anywhere, either in the start, middle or end. How do you write it? So you just say this way, percentage A percentage. So what does this mean? At the start I can have any 0 to unknown characters. Then A can come in anywhere, either at the start, middle or end. And afterwards I have some more characters or may not have. Now you see bearing ball. A is neither at the start or at the end. It is somewhere in the beginning. Then same way we have the other products also. So that particular thing can come anywhere. This kind of filter is called as contains. So we have 3 scenarios, beginning with, ending with and contains. This is the first character, which is percentage, which is very often used. Now let us talk about underscore. Let us take this example. So now you have here. Now let's say you wanted all those product names which begins with A. What that means is the first character is A. It doesn't matter what the second character is. That can be anything, but there is some character. And the third character is C. How will you filter that out? Now you cannot write it this way because this means begins with AC. The first is A and the second is C. My condition is that what I want is first is A, second can be anything, third should be C. So can you do a percentage over here? Let's see. Sorry. You can. You will definitely get some answer, but you will not get the exact answer. And this is wrong. Why? Because you are getting 2 products, adjustable race as well as AWC logo cap. My requirement states that my third character should be C. It is true for the second, third and fourth line. But this is not true for the first line. Why? Because C is somewhere at the second last position. But why did that happen? Because of percentage. And this explains you percentage very clearly. That there can be any number of characters between A and C. That's what it means. But this is wrong. I don't want this. What do you do? So when it is quite specific that you want to skip some number of characters, you use underscore for every one single character. And if you run this, now you will not get 3. Instead, you will get 4. 4, you will get 3. How to decode this? One underscore means one unknown character. And you mostly use it on the position where you want to just skip it. Skip in the sense that I'm saying, what does this mean is, first character should be A. Second can be any character. Third should be C. But you see, there is slight difference between writing the syntax of this and this. And the output will differ definitely. So when your requirement is like, okay, it doesn't matter how many characters are there in between, but it should start with A and then, somewhere in C, then you use this. But when you're specific that the first should be A, second can be anything, but the third should be C, you cannot use percentage. You have to use underscore for every single unknown character. So that is the key over here. And you can have combination of percentage and underscore also. Why? Because if you don't use underscore over here, what will happen? Percentage, sorry. What this means? I'm saying find me such a product name in the English product name column which has first character A, second is unknown and third is C. So I have given only 3 characters out of which 2 have hard coded and the second one is unknown. But you need a percentage over here because there is no such product with 3 characters. And that's why percentage plays a very significant role and very often used. So after C, there can be any unknown characters and that's why I'm adding percentage. These are 2 wildcard filters or characters that you should know, which we have added in the where clause now. So that's it in this video on filters. See you in the next section.